Thompson, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. And for the Pelicans, they've got C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson out there with Herb Jones. Then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Misi in at the 5 spot.
And few sights are more impressive than Zion taking flight and absolutely annihilating the rim.
Şengün passes to Green. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Out to McCollum. Let's go with a 3. Fires hitting the triple.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Brooks. He got a piece of it. Van Vliet against McCollum. Williamson passes to McCollum. To the wing on the left. Fires from deep. Thompson pulls it in. The Rockets on offense. Şengün finds Brooks. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
McCollum against Van Vliet. Pass to Misi. Williamson outside. Clock at 6. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory.
Now here's Green. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
McCollum outside. Here's Misi. And he buries his first look.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Şengün to stop the run. Shots blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Van Vliet. Thompson finds Brooks. The Rockets again can't hit. The Pelicans lead by 9. Here's Williamson. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly. You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Misi's got his second basket.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Basket counts. Green's got 5.
No wasted motion or hesitation there. Green ready to shoot as soon as he caught it.
The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Can't hit the corner 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Another miss by Green. And here are the Pelicans now. They're on a 16-5 run. Williamson outside. 26 seconds left now in the first quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And he's so dangerous with the ball. You almost have to guard Zion like that.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Rockets trail by 11. And here's Green from the arc. Another miss by Green.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
For three, McCollum. The shot that time not on target. Got it off in time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Aaron Holiday out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Smith. Then it's Steven Adams. And it's Eason in at the three.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Brown can't hit. Rockets trail by 11. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Now here's Murray. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Steven Adams.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. Dean him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all three levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
And Houston has possession. After the basket by New Orleans, here's Eason. Hits the trifecta. Eason's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Outside Olynyk. Plenty of space. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
A nice shot by Smith.
Yeah, just effortless on his drives. I mean, Smith is such a smooth finisher. Very agile for a guy with his size.
Olynyk for three. It's hauled in by Houston.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Brown against Eason. On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Whitmore. Outside Eason. Shot clock at 5. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bruce Brown.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor, and Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute. Uses his 6'8" frame well, and he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Over to the left wing, back to Brown, pass to Murray. Brown inside, defended by Eason, and the foul on Jabari Smith. That's his first foul of the game. There's 1:26 left in the second period. Here's Brown. Boston, the pass to Olynyk. Clock at 4. That three's off the mark. Rockets trail by 8. Left side Eason takes a 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Olynyk. Here's Brown. Smith with the rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, B.A., they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
McCollum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
Hits both from the stripe. Rockets trail by 6.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Smith outside. And it's in there. Smith's gotten 4 this quarter.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Williamson. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And the first half now in the books. The Pelicans on top. They're up by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, C.J. McCollum. He's getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Trey Murphy out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Herb Jones. And it's Messi in at the 5, down low. That's the Pelicans 5.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Wow! Zion making his presence felt inside.
Excellent work inside from Williamson. This is why he's so aggressive down there.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
Here's Şengün. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Şengün's got his first points of the night.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
B.A. Fred Van Vliet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson, left side. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Pass to Şengün. Brooks outside. On the wing, Green. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Rockets trail by 8. Brooks outside. Off target from three-point range.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
And that one's good. Green.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Williamson against Brooks. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Dylan Brooks.
Physically, there's just no way to match up with Zion, especially now that he can go to the right hand.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Jones against Green. Tipped. Williamson, left side. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And here's Green from the arc. Green, money from deep.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
The Pelicans lead by 5. Williamson looking around. Williamson is double. And they recover it. Pass to McCollum. And here's Williamson. 5 to shoot. Oh, the power of Zion.
With authority. Zion making sure they beat the clock.
Here's Thompson. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
Love the old school finger roll. It's just a graceful move.
Here's Van Vliet. Jones with the block. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. That's good on the jumper.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Offensive rebound, Şengün. Here's Green. Nice execution inside from Green.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
It's Williamson with the drive. Shoots over Şengün. Zion Williamson has been on display for New Orleans, hunting for opportunity. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. So the Rockets 5 now. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the center position.
Well, I tell you what, that's a sight for sore eyes to see Murray connecting from distance, because when he's doing that, it really opens things up for him, because we know he can get to the basket.
And it's Green missing. New Orleans leading by 8. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Snatched up. Şengün passes to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple. The Pelicans have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Murray can't get that one to fall. Rockets trail by 10. On the wing, Green. And that one's good. Green's got 10 points here in the second half. And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Here's Murray on the take, and the layup is good. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Green for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Able to score from anywhere on the court. Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Launches a 3. The rebound by Murray. The Pelicans lead by 5. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Tell you what, guys, you've got to be more aware of Murray there. When he's aggressive like that, he can cause problems.
And Şengün throw it down.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. New Orleans has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Williamson. Shoots over Şengün. Williamson, no good. Rockets trail by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
That's good from Van Vliet. And the assist by Green. Van Vliet's got his first bucket in this one.
I mean, you have to love the intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
Jones, his shot is good.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
Pass to Jones. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Williamson. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Green, the pass to Thompson. Back to Green. Now Brooks. Thompson with a screen. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And this team is counting on Brooks in big-time moments. And guess what? Dylan delivers.
Williamson with a screen on Van Vliet. McCollum. Outside Jones. Pass to McCollum. Tries again. He takes it in. Money!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Van Vliet outside. Right side Green. To take the lead. Jones grabs the board. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Williamson outside. Pass to Messi.
And if you a turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And he's unable to get the second one. Here's Misi. Got a hand on it.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
The putback. Big finish in transition from Green.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
Williamson outside. Jones with a screen on Şengün. Cash.
The screen doesn't earn him a ton of breathing room. Turns out he doesn't need it. And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine is out there with Carter. And it's Ellis and at the small forward position. And for New Orleans, CJ McCollum out there with Trey Murphy. Then it's Jones. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Carter kicks to Murray. LaVine passes to Murray. Here's the three, and that comes off the assist by LaVine.
And love the focus from Murray. He wants to make the most of his opportunities.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Kick out to LaVine. Carter outside. Murray outside. And a miss there on the triple. Williamson outside. Rejected by Murray.
And that length and timing make Keegan a terrific shot blocker.
Out to Carter. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Buries it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And this team encourages Zion to be assertive inside. They know how skilled and overpowering he can be.
Outside LaVine. And the jam by LaVine.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Williamson with the bucket.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Well, this is what he's known for, attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Here's Sabonis. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Assisted.
Just like his dad in his time, DeMontis is polished and disciplined.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Outside, LaVine lets the three fly. Sabonis finds LaVine. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. LaVine's got 5 points so far.
A rapid-fire release by LaVine on that one.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Sacramento leading by 7. On the wing, Ellis. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push. Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
There's LaVine. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Williamson over Ellis. No good there off the double clutch.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Murray, good.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Williamson from long range. Rebound collected by LaVine.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
McCollum with the ball, and it's Carter picking him up. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside for Murray. Offline with his 3. Pelicans trail by 10. And here is Williamson. He has 6. Just 3 on the clock. No good at the rim. And so it's Sacramento going into the break with a 10-point lead. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Sacramento.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Bruce Brown is out there with the limit. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard position. It's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Brown wide open. He fires. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game. Valanciunas with a screen on Murray. Monk gets to Valanciunas. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Crowder, the pass to Monk. Lock at 6. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Monk's got his first bucket of the night. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Fultz kicks to Monk. Back to Fultz. Crowder dishes to Fultz. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Murray against Monk. Launches it. Out that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket for Murray.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Pass to Boston. This one for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. It's Crowder on the wing.
Ball entered from below the basket. King ball.
1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Monk is no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Wide open look here for Murray. From outside, off the mark. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. 10-point lead. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Monk, no one around him, bangs home the trifecta. Monk's got 5.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Poke loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. 3-on-3. Here's Fultz. Outside DeRozan. Valanciunas passes to Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Back to Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 14 now for Sacramento.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. Levine deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Sabonis. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. No good on the triple. And so it's Sacramento holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
On the floor for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Carter out there with Levine, and it's Ellis in at the 3 slot.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
Greg, give us one word to describe. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Mercy. That was downright dirty. Levine. Yes, sir.
Here's Williamson. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That one is no good. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, going over the top, Levine putting his hops on display. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Outside for Murray. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Kings leading now by 11. Murray the pass to Levine. The 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Such a gifted scorer. When Levine is this locked in, the defense is in for a long night.
Here's Williamson. Count that one. Williamson's got 11 points. The Kings have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Levine wide open. Good on the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And Williamson throws it down.
Goodness, I mean, we feel those Zion dunks shake the floor.
Knocks it loose. Ellis, that's good. Ellis has got his third basket of the night.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Outside, Levine. It's Ellis on the wing. That three off the mark. Pelicans trail by 15. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
A drive by Williamson. Nice D from Sabonis. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Kings. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
Good touch on the interior. Levine's really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leader.
Back to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 10.
Love the floor awareness from Sabonis. Capable of finding his guys when they are wide open.
Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Oh, nice, strong drive there. If that's who's going to be guarding him, then he's got some weight to throw around.
Right side, Sabonis. Tries it from 19. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Misi. Carter with it. Now defended by Williamson. To the paint. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Kings lead by 21.
And that log came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The drive by Williamson.
The combination of quickness and size for Williamson, it is downright scary. Zion is a handful on the bounce with any kind of momentum.
Pass to McCollum. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Murray. Oh, that's blocked. Deep two from Williamson. The Pelicans have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. 6 seconds left to play here in the third. Valanciunas with a screen on McCollum. And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for Sacramento. That quarter had it. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Herbert Jones is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Misi in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Jones against DeRozan. Three-pointer, Crowder, good on the three-point shot. And the Kings lead by 19. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And DeRozan kicks to Crowder. Pass to Fultz. The kick out to Crowder. 6 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Jones, no luck. Sacramento leading by 21. The drive by Monk. The three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Williamson's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's rebounded by Fultz.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
It's deflected. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And he gets it to go. Williamson's got 20.
That's just all Zion. But once he gets that close, he's zoned in on capitalizing no matter what.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
First team foul.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Carter.
This is a clinic. They have absolutely owned this game, still keeping the pressure up with their D.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Jones for 3, and Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Jones. And the Pelicans miss again. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Kings. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And the layup's good off the glass.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
A shot by Messi, no good. And here now the Kings stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Levine's shot is off. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And that one's good. Williamson. Kings leading now by 23. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Outside, Sabonis. And there's the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Sabonis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Sabonis gets the bucket.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
LaVine with it. Jones covering. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
To the inside, and stolen by Williamson. Here's Messi. Williamson outside. The fader. Drops fit in.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now Sacramento starting 5. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the...
Okay.
Yes, the hammer from LaVine. That is an electric athlete.
Here's Van Vliet. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now Sabonis. In the corner, it's LaVine. Fires from deep. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by LaVine.
Well, that's a bonus right there to have DeMontis step out and shoot the 3 and stretch out the defense.
From deep, Brooks. The Rockets again can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's LaVine, and then LaVine with the jam.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
That was something else.
And over the years, LaVine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal, and he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his side.
And DeRozan throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Here's Van Vliet. Ellis with some nice deep.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Green. Rebound by Murray.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Pass to Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Over Şengün. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter, and it goes down 2 points.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
For 3, Murray, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Pass to Sabonis, and stolen by Thompson. Over DeRozan, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thompson's got 6 points.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Outside for Murray. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. 6 points for Keegan Murray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And that one's good. Green.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
LaVine can't hit. Rockets trail by 6, and now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. No problems knocking that one down. He's got 13.
Levine with that high-arching shot from the corner.
Now off the inbound, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Outside, Levine. Outside for Murray. They get the rebound. And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for the King. He put together quite a quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Kings.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
On the court right now for the Kings, Miles out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Wiles. Valanciunas dishes to Fultz. It's rebounded by Houston.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Valanciunas with the ball. Now defended by Whitmore. No good from Valanciunas. Rockets trail by 4. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Monk. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Smith the pass to Holiday. Here's Whitmore. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Out to Smith. Fires for 3. Adams. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce.
Miles passes to Fultz. Here's LaRavia. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. LaRavia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Smith wide open. He fires. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And you must chase Smith off that three-point line or face the consequences.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Adams trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Whitmore. Whitmore's got his second bucket tonight.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Here's Monk. Pass to Wiles. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And it's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Adams' shot is off. Sacramento leading by 5.
2 minutes remaining.
Monk kicks to Wiles.
2 minutes.
And the 3 off target. And Adams has got the ball here for the Rockets. Here's Eason. Takes it inside. Misses from close range. Sacramento's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. The Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all total.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Lyles. Sinks the triple. Lyles got 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
The Kings leading. Puts it up from 15. Connects. The jumper drops. Monk's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Monk is a good shooter from the mid-range. He's only going to get better the more he looks to shoot from there.
Holiday, no one around him. Here's Adams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Outside Holiday. It's hauled in by the Kings. To the middle. Shot's good by Lyles. He's got 8.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Rockets trail by 7. Smith with a screen on Fultz. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lyles.
Substitution on the court.
5 seconds left now here in the second.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Kings ahead. They lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, I'm just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Şengün finds Brooks. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 5 assists tonight. Kings moving the ball around. Here's LaVine. It's stolen by Green. Van Vliet passes to Green. Back to Van Vliet. He can't get that one to fall. Great defense that time from Ellis. LaVine against Van Vliet. Now here's LaVine. Not a lot of room.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Brooks uses the glass to finish the layup. Brooks has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Levine.
Shooting for Sacramento.
And so Levine nails both of them. Rockets trail by 7. Brooks with no one around. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Levine feeling it out a bit. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Thompson finds Van Vliet. Rebounded by Ellis. Kings leading now by 7. For 3, Levine. No good on that one. Now here's Brooks. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Brooks outside. Drills it from outside. Brooks has got 7 now in this quarter.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
There's Sabonis. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Kings lead by 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game. And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Terrific effort from him really all night, yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
Houston's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Kings leading now by 6. Levine with it, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Levine's got 24 points.
A guy more than capable of creating his own offense. Sometimes you just give him the ball and get out of his way.
And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer, no good. Kings have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's one. Whoa! I mean, that's a rugged play.
Gracious.
All night they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Green inside the three-point line. Green missing again. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine passes to Ellis. Levine sets the screen for Ellis. Launches a 3. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Green. Drives to the hoop. There's Sabonis. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Malik Monk out there with Fultz. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 slot. Here's Whitmore. And it's denied. Eason finds Whitmore. Smith against Lyles. Eason, a screen on Lyles. Lyles against Smith. The second chance effort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And can't jump at that if you're the defense, because Smith looking to draw the foul every time.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Brooks comes in for Jari Eason. Green is checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
Shoots the 3. And Green with the basket on the assist by Şengün. Şengün's got his 7th assist here tonight. Inside, here's DeRozan, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
The Rockets making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Levine, good. Levine's got 28 points for the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
There's Levine. He hangs. He lays it in. Levine's got 30.
And good job by Levine fighting for that position.
Şengün finds Thompson. Now here's Brooks. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And one of the strengths of Levine's game, that ability to lure the D into fouls. Get into the wrong position, and he'll make you pay.
Rockets trail by 12. Van Vliet left side. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Count it.
Well, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
DeRozan passes to Levine. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful excitement.
Look at that.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
It's stolen by Green. Pushing it up. And Thompson slams it home.
This one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do. Kevin, is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Thompson, good, and the assist goes to Şengün. And that's now 21 points from Amen Thompson. Here's Levine. Here's Sabonis. Tries again. In the corner, it's Levine. Rocket 6. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Green dishes to Thompson. Lets a floater go. It's up a 3. Rebound by Murray.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Levine's shot is off. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up with the Kings. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. And here are the Rockets now. 8-point game. That one good for 2.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Levine kicks to DeRozan. Back to Levine. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
3 points.
Levine's got 43 points.
saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
So the Kings win it. They came in here and thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
A look at the starting group for the Pelicans. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Hawkins in at the 2. Now here's Alvarado. Here's Hawkins. Thompson with a steal. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Brooks finds Green. Launches it from deep. Misi grabs the board. Here's Hawkins. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Hawkins. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Offensive board. Out to Thompson. From outside, off the mark. Here's New Orleans now. Alvarado with it. Green picks him up. Alvarado, the pass to Olynyk. They set the pick. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Thompson's shot is off. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Alvarado, count it, good.
The assist goes to Misi.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün passes to Thompson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Hawkins. Green covering. To the right side. Outside, Brown. Pass to Alvarado. Outside, Olynyk. Puts up a 3. Here's Misi. And he jams it home with authority.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
That one's good for 2.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Here's Alvarado. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. On the attack, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
Ooh, Thompson with the block. And he gets it back. Rockets trail by 7. And there's the rejection. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. There's a minute 40 left in the opening quarter. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's VanVleet. Pelicans cleared away. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brown. Softly drops in the floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And here's Green from the arc. Another shot. Şengün, no good.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
That's tipped. Stolen by VanVleet. It's a one-on-one situation. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Kelly Olynyk.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Here's Alvarado. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hawkins. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for Houston. They trail by 7. Down low. And Şengün throw it down.
Turkish thunder. Şengün tasting the sauce up top.
Here's Misi. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Thompson, good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists tonight.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Shooting for New Orleans.
And he makes both free throws.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
The open shot by Brooks.
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with...
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The Pelicans on top, up 5. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Smith out there with Steven Adams. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Aaron Holiday. And it's Eason in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. For 3. Adams grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 7. Here's Whitmore. Misses in close. And it's the Pelicans on the break. Here's Hawkins. A triple from the wing. Hawkins has got 7, and this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Payton with it, guarded now by Holiday, and Elfrid Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Reeves is checked in. Adams finds Smith. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
This is Smith's game. Set him up and he'll knock him down.
The 3 ball. Rockets with a rebound.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
From the arc. Adams grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 4. Now Easton. Still no points. Count the basket.
Yeah, so good to see Smith passing the ball like this, wanting to improve as a distributor in the NBA.
That one's off. Still out of sync. Houston has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Holiday from long range. Robinson Earl with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's deflected.
Oh, an active defender at 6'7". Whitmore is capable of coming up with these blocks.
And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist from Adams. Holiday's gotten his second bucket on the night. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points, off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Smith no good. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. From downtown, he buries it from 3. Now it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Payton with a steal.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Robinson Earl down low, defended by Eason. To the inside. Oh, deflected. Outside Reeves. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Smith finds Holiday. Over Payton. The Rockets again can't hit.
Under heavy duress, that's a low percentage shot. Gotta find something better than that.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
Adams with a screen on Payton. The shot by Holiday, no good. New Orleans leading by 6. And here's Payton. That one goes in. Payton's gotten his second bucket.
Well, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
They grab their own miss. Eason, good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Good work there as it goes. Give him 8 points now.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 13-4 run. There's the triple. Knocks down the triple. And it's an 11-point New Orleans lead.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
They're thinking about the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. New Orleans leading by 8. So for the Pelicans right now, they've got Jose Alvarado. Bruce Brown is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Messi in at center, filling out the middle. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. And the Rockets shooting only 42%. Here's Whitmore, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
It's scooped up. Messi. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Messi's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Brown with the steal. Now the Pelicans in transition. Here's Hawkins. The kick to Olynyk. Pass to Hawkins. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in. It's hauled in by Houston. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. Now here's Eason. From deep. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got rebound number 8 now. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by Brown. Pass to Şengün. Here's Thompson. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 10.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. For New Orleans, they've gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the 3rd quarter. A step back shot. Thompson pulls it in.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
A clear look for Green. Nice open look, but it's no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. It's a 10-point game. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
And the shot goes. Olenek's got 7 points in the game.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. Alvarado defending. Pass to Şengün. Clock is at 3. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooks against Brown. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. From down in the low post, it goes. And now just a 4-point New Orleans lead.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. That'll send Bruce Brown to the free throw line. It's going to go on Jalen Green. Free throw no good for Brown. For Houston, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Elfrid Payton is known primarily for his playmaking ability. The way he moves the ball is exactly what you want from your point guard.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Rockets trail by 8. Brooks from outside. That one no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Reeves. Good. Reeves has gotten his first basket of the night.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
That's good by Thompson.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's Payton. Oh, Brooks with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Van Vliet. Şengün passes to Van Vliet. And here's Green from the arc. They get the rebound. Pass to Van Vliet. Out to Thompson. Clock at 6. Tries yet again. Brooks outside. Outside, Green. The 3. Green's feeling it at the arc.
Green getting very aggressive on the perimeter and really good concentration as he focused on his shot.
Here's Robinson Earl. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Van Vliet outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And you know, Clark, Fred Van Vliet gives you a number of things. Leadership might be the most important.
It is certainly one of his great attributes, B.A., when you look at Fred Van Vliet. Not very big, not super athletic, but a winner, tough-minded, and highly skilled. Doesn't make mistakes with the ball, gets other people's shots, and has proven to be a clutch and consistent quarterback at really high level.
Misi's shot is good.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Rockets trail by 4. Alvarado outside. Pass to Brown. Here's Misi. Stolen by Thompson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's Van Vliet to the middle. Second chance shot. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And it's Green pushing it home.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
Pass to Olynyk. Here's Hawkins. Back to Olynyk. Shoots over Thompson. Here's Hawkins. He drops it from range.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And it's Thompson penetrating. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Misi's shot is good. And it's a 7-point Pelican lead. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th assist with that last one. Here's Hawkins. Green covering. It's intercepted. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Olynyk for 3. Here's Misi. Shoots over Thompson. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Misi's got 6 here in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for New Orleans?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of skill.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Here's Olynyk. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Pelicans lead by 6.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Thompson, no good. Shoots. Hawkins can't get it to go.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And they pick up 2. Thompson's got 27.
The fancy dribbling from Thompson. I mean, showing he's not afraid to take some risk on offense.
Olynyk for three. It's hauled in by Houston.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Şengün finds Thompson. Thompson with a screen. Back to Brooks. Here's the three. Rebound by Olynyk.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Kept alive. Misi, second chance effort, and the shot's good.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt. And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Here's Hawkins. The three-pointer off the mark. And stolen by Brown. And so it's New Orleans winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory.
from the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Bruce Brown is out there with the lineup. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Misi in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And one of the strengths of LaVine's game is that ability to lure the D into fouls. Get into the wrong position, and he'll make you pay.
And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does. Especially against really good defenses.
His precision on pull-up jump shots is what makes LaVine one of the league's most dangerous scorers. His mechanics off the dribble are on point.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
With the drive, it's hauled in by Brown. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's LaVine. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. LaVine's got 9 points.
Good job by LaVine fighting for that position.
On top of being such a great mid-range shooter, Stan, DeMar DeRozan has earned a reputation for also being a timely scorer. He performs well in the clutch.
Yeah, I was on the wrong end of that too many times, Kevin. DeMar ranks in the top 5 among players in clutch buckets made for his career, and he was given the nickname King of the Fourth.
Oh, I like that. The Kings have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
New Orleans making a switch here. Quinones is checked in. Here is Hawkins over LaVine. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Hawkins has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Here's Quinones. No good on the 3. Quick start for the Kings in this one. Leading by 5. Here's LaVine. Misi grabs the rebound. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stakes for the Kings?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
For 3, Murray, and once again off the mark by Sacramento. Pelicans trail by 3. Nice D from LaVine. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's good.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And the accelerated release from DeRozan gave him the upper hand there.
The Pelicans shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Kings leading now by 6. 3-pointer. Rebound by Olynyk. Here's Misi. DeRozan defending. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Levine against Hawkins. Levine's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Quilino's. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Sabonis finds DeRozan. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And with his hard-charging style, DeRozan gets himself to the line quite a bit, and it helps that he can finish through contact.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper out.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Quilino's can't get it to go.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here's Levine. He's got 11. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Miles out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And there's Fultz. And there's Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Down low. Ripped away. On the wing, Reed. Guarded by Fultz. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Out to the right wing. A 3-ball. Lets it go with a 3. The 3-pointer is right on target.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Monk dishes to Fultz. For 3. And there's Monk on the assist from Fultz. Monk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. In the dunk pylon.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Monk right side. For the 3. And the 3-ball is good. Monk's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Monk kicks to Valanciunas.
2 minutes remaining.
Let's go. Reeves with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for New Orleans. Trailing by 2, and they pick up 2. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Monk attacking. It's blocked. Here's Robinson Earl. And so the ball out of bounds. Reeves touched it last. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Monk for 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. From deep, Reeves. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From past the arc, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Reeves. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Reeves has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Here's Monk. And too long on the shot.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Reeves the pass to Payton. Here's the lob to the hoop. Again, New Orleans turns it over.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Outside DeRozan. From deep three-point land. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Kings ahead. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. You've got Hawkins. Bruce Brown is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Messi. Stolen by Ellis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And taken away by Brown.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Olynyk can't hit. The Kings leading. Pass to Sabonis. Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The kick out to Brown. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
And
over the years, Levine has put on the muscle, which helps him on those challenging finishes at the rim.
Here is Hawkins after the made shot from Zach LaVine. The shot by Hawkins, no good. LaVine with it, picked up by Brown. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
How about the athleticism from DeRozan? Taking off and then bringing the alley-oop thundering down.
Three-pointer. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Olynyk after the made shot from Zach LaVine. And the basket by Olynyk.
I love the compact stroke there for Olynyk.
LaVine looking around. Fires the three. Sabonis' shot is off. The Pelicans trail. Tries it from 9. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentage.
It's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Giving this team size out of the backcourt. LaVine has enough strength to convert there through the contact.
Brown outside. Here's Alvarado. He's guarded by Ellis. Hawkins hits the three-point bomb. Hawkins has got 13 points. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Wide open look here for Murray. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And the Kings lead by 2. It's Hawkins on the wing. Takes a 3. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight. LaVine finds the bonus. And he can't bank that one in. The Pelicans have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8 for 3. Murray. Second shot opportunity. Nice move. And Sabonis lays it up and in.
A tireless rebounder. Sabonis gives his team an edge on the glass.
Alvarado passes to Olynyk. Count it. Good. And that's now 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
DeRozan a screen on Olynyk. And it's Murray penetrating. Good on the bucket.
And first step quickness that time for Murray.
Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Brown. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one on DeRozan.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Monk kicks to Valanciunas. Pass to Wiles. Over Payton. To the left side wing. Arabia passes to Valanciunas. Fultz, no good. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And the shot goes in. Reeves has got 12. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Monk. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. And the Kings lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. King. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Monk. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Markelle Fultz. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint. And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
On deep, it's hauled in by the Kings. Knocked loose and stolen by Payton. Driving to the basket. And rattles out the dunk. No, the layup might have been a better shot for him. On up the court. Monk outside. To Lyles. Gets an open look and hits.
And that's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Pass to Reeves. Here's Robinson Earl. Covered by Lyles. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. A 2-point game. Payton with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Monk, the pass to Fultz. And so Sacramento again turning it over. And we've got a lineup change here for Sacramento.
On the court.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And Ellis with the block. And now the Kings fast break. And Levine with the slam.
Such a gifted scorer. And Levine is this locked in. The defense is in for a long night.
Here's Hawkins. Drills the three-pointer. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the ball.
And he slams it one-handed.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for New Orleans.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop. They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Nice anticipation from Murray. So good at getting position there to block the shot.
Sabonis kicks to Levine. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. Alvarado with it. Now guarded by Murray. Back to Alvarado. The kick out to Brown. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Here's Brown. Pass to Nisi. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Olynyk.
Using every inch of those long arms to D up his opponent. Sabonis carries a lot of defensive versatility.
Good work there as it goes. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
It's Hawkins on the wing. Takes the 3. Rebound by Murray.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
What a costly turnover. Those are the ones that keep you up at night.
There's 39 seconds left in the game. Here's Levine. Yes!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
It's Hawkins on the wing, guarded by Levine.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Back to Ellis. Outside, Levine. Kicks it out to Ellis. Back to Levine. It's stolen by Alvarado.
And, you could see him bait him into that one. He was just waiting on that pass, and as soon as it came out of the post, he was all over.
And timeout called by Willie Green. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heat. You can still catch, turn, and...
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. So now for Greg...
popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
So the Houston starting five. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by Levine. Brooks against Murray. Şengün, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Ellis passes to Levine. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Off the pass, Levine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Here's Thompson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And he gets that one. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
What a burst Thompson has. I mean, on his drives, he goes from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat.
Out to Sabonis. From 18 feet away. Right side Murray. DeRozan passes to Murray. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, and Murray makes this look all too easy. Superb at throwing it down with some power.
Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference. Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
They set the screen. Here's Thompson. He can't hit that time. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. Murray for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Here's Green. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
So far, proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And both free throws good for Green. Kings trail by 4. Here's Levine, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Inside the paint, Levine's agility is just a difference maker. That's what allows him to get to almost any shot.
Thompson outside. Şengün in the post, working on Sabonis. And it's Brooks missing. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's DeRozan. Again, the Kings score.
This is where DeRozan makes his living. Such an excellent mid-range shooter.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Thompson with it. Rebounded, Sabonis. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. No coverage that time. DeRozan's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Now here's Levine. Outside Murray. Here's Ellis, guarded by Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Pass to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün, the screen. Green for three. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Ellis. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes a back and forth high. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here. Guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They've got Malik Monk, Jonas Valanciunas out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Markelle Fultz, and it's LaRavia in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Monk. Missed inside. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
An excellent pull-up jump shooter. Smith doesn't need much airspace to do some damage.
Well, Houston's shooting about 43% in this one. 3-pointer Holiday. Rebound by Sacramento. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Sinks it from distance.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
3-pointer Holiday. They get it again. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Lyles. No points so far. Here's Valanciunas. Smith with the rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Valanciunas with a rebound. Sacramento has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Fultz. It's tipped.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Holiday from long range. Sinks the tray. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Adams, the pass to Eason. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. For Sacramento, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Here's LaRavia. Here's Lyles. That one drops for him. Lyles has gotten his first bucket of the night. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
Here's Monk. Adams grabs the miss.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Smith, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Monk for 3. Here's Lyles. Pass to LaRavia.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
To the paint.
2 minutes.
Outside Monk. Let's go with a 3. Here's Valanciunas. And at last, they get one to fall. Valanciunas has got 5 points now this quarter.
I like it. An old school 5. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
Whitmore banked it in off the glass.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Lyles. 4-3. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Whitmore. Blocked! And pushing it up, here's Sacramento. The 3 from Valanciunas. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
That pass delivered to where Valanciunas could get into his shooting rhythm right off the catch.
The 3, Smith. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Monk. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And so he hits both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Lets it go from deep. Holiday, that one's good. Holiday's got 9 points.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Fultz scanning the floor. Pass to Lyles. He buries it from 3. Lyles has got his second basket.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
It's tipped. Outside Eason. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple. 19 seconds left in the first half of this one.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Outside Fultz. Monk for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. Jonas Valanciunas. He's been the guy making things happen for the Kings. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Kick it off the second half. Here's Ime Udoka's 5. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Dylan Brooks is out there with Amin Thompson. And it's Şengün in at center, filling out the middle. Here's Ellis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Stolen by Thompson. And they're on the run. And that one's good for Brooks. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Yeah, the moment the fast break starts, Brooks is out in transition, and that hustle gives him the edge.
Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. DeRozan with the rebound. And Richard, throughout his career, DeMar DeRozan has such an easy time finding ways to score.
He knows how to get to his spots on the floor, B.A. You have to do your work early against DeRozan because he is a midi master. If you let him move freely, he will J you to death.
Here's Thompson. He's got 9. It counts! And the foul! It's on Keegan Murray.
And attacking with reckless abandon. Somehow Thompson able to get through.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Sacramento has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. DeRozan gets inside and scores.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
The kick out to Van Vliet. And here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And LaVine throws it down.
Hope you got some popcorn. When LaVine gets up for a slam, Zach knows how to put on a show.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Brooks outside. That 3's off the mark. The Kings lead by 3. LaVine surveys the D. Pass to Sabonis. Şengün with a steal. Here's Thompson. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Houston has gotten nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And it's Green missing. Here's LaVine for 3. Ooh, the soft touch of Levine knocking down the three.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Brooks finds Green. Şengün, a screen on Levine.
2 minutes remaining.
Launches it. And Jalen Green is good for three. Green's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Out to Sabonis. Pass to Ellis. Fires for 3. And another Sacramento 3.
A true team-first guy. Sabonis is always ready to share the ball.
And it's Brooks missing. The Kings lead by 4. And here's Sabonis outside. Thompson pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Green for 3. It's not going to go for him. Sacramento has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Murray with it. Green picks him up. Ellis's shot is off. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Şengün against DeRozan. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on him in Thompson. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. Here's Eason. Gets the 3 to fall. Eason's got his second basket on the night.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Nice play by Murray, showing off that passing skill set of his.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Rockets trail by 4. Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Green. There's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Oh, Levine in the paint.
Such a difficult player to guard. Levine is gifted at converting these little difficult floaters as well.
And that one drops. Van Vliet's gotten his first points in this one.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Outside Levine. Over Green. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get...
And so it's Sacramento with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits. Oh, throw it down! Wow!
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
And there's Thompson on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for it.
Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Smooth shot by Levine from the corner.
There's Levine showing out with that high-arcing jump shot from the corner.
Pass to Şengün. To the middle. Here's Brooks. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
The Kings lead by 7. DeRozan passes to Ellis. Murray from outside. Rockets with a rebound. Brooks outside. Pass to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Shot by Levine, no good. Rockets trail by 7. Thompson passes to Green. The three is up. Green, money from deep.
Continuing to improve that three-point shot. Green hits this one.
For Sacramento, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. On the wing, Green. Thompson, a screen on Levine. Green against Levine. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Levine for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks finds Şengün. Here's Thompson. Outside, Green. Pass to Van Vliet. Outside, Green. Hits the three-pointer. Green's got 9 points now in the second half.
How about Jalen Green stepping up, showing poise in a big spot, answering the bell. Sabonis, big time, guys.
Rockets trail by 5. On the wing, Thompson, defended by Murray. Outside, Green. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. This one for 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Now the Kings in transition. Here's Levine for 3. Oh, Levine! What an athlete!
Just absolutely electric in the open floor. Levine with the bucket.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And here's Green from the arc. They get it back. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. And here is Green. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that bucket.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ellis. Back to Levine. The 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. And Houston has possession. Green for 3. The rebound by Murray. Here's Ellis. Şengün with a steal. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans.